Hey friends, welcome to a video from the kitchen today where we're taking a look at our water source and showing how we might be able to upgrade the type of water that we are drinking from a regular source like our kitchen sink. Now, obviously having really clean drinking water is super important, especially if you're drinking it every day, which you should be. If you do any kind of research, you'll be really surprised at the type of things that can come standard in just regular tap water. So for us, even here in Colorado, it's time to put in some sort of clean water filter to make sure that water is much better quality when it comes out of the tap. So that's where today's product comes into play. This is the VonWater under sink water filter. And it's actually really easy to install. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how we do that, and then we're going to give it a quick review. Now here's everything that's included in the packaging. You can see we have the main water filter. It's fairly tall. And then we have our instruction manual, a few little connection pieces for hoses, and then two hoses, one to connect from a water source into the filter, the other one to connect from the filter out here up into our faucet. Now this filter has a really long lifespan. In fact, 18,000 gallons of water is the lifespan, or roughly 3 years they say you need to change the filters out. To do that, basically this thing just twists, pulls out. This is the filter unit right here. This old one could be tossed, pop in a new one, twist it on, and you're good to go. It really is that easy. Okay, so let's take a tour underneath the sink to see what we are working with. Remember, this is an older house, and so we have some interesting things going on here. But basically, we have a cold water supply right here, and we have a hot water supply over here. We can ignore the hot water supply at this point because, again, we're only putting the filter in line with this cold water line that's going up to the kitchen faucet. So again, remember, this isn't going to give you filtered water for hot, only cold for drinking and things like that. So first things first, I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to turn off the cold water just by turning that. Now the water is off, but I've got kind of an interesting system. This is a 3/8 line that goes over here, connects into the 3/8 line that goes up into the faucet. And I want to put, again, the filter right in the middle of this. Now the filter is a 1/2 inch and the adapters don't fit that 3/8. So I had to come up with a little bit of a solution. These are some lines from Home Depot. They're about $7 a piece. You can see they're 1/2 inch to 3/8. So the 3/8 will go here into my water line, and then 1/2 inch right here in this junction where the filter is. So again, this is my weird setup in my system. The adapters and everything that's included with the filter may be perfect for what you already have, and you won't have to go get additional parts. Okay, here's a better look at things installed onto the filter. You can see again those short lines here going from 1/2 inch over to 3/8 in the compression. And we'll go ahead and get this installed onto our water lines now. Okay, it's time to use our wrenches again to disconnect the two lines here so we can stick the filter in between those. Remember, there is still water in this line right here as well as up here because that was under pressure. Again, we've turned off the water source here so no more water will come in. But when I undo those, we're going to get some water leaking out, which is why I have a bucket in place. Okay, we've got everything installed. So let's follow the lines really quick. We've got our water coming in, cold water. We then have a 3/8 inch line that comes up here. That way I was able to bypass the adapters, which again didn't fit for my system. So we go into the filter and then we come out right here all the way up to 3/8, and then the 3/8 connects with a coupler into my faucet that goes up. All these extra lines only cost me about 20 bucks, so it wasn't expensive to set up, but it was a little annoying because the adapters didn't fit this specific configuration. So do a little bit of research for your own system to make sure you know exactly what's needed to get this installed. The next thing we do is actually turn it all the way to cold, and we're gonna run the water for 5 minutes through that filter to make sure everything is nice and cleaned out. And again, while this is running, let's take note of the flow. This is actually really great flow. One of the things I was concerned about is a reduced flow of the water coming out of the filter, and no problem. We got a really nice flow of water. After that 5 minutes, we now can drink the water. Let's go ahead and get a little taste test. We can check out the clarity here. As you can see, a few bubbles, but again, we are looking nice and clear. Let's take a sip. Oh yeah, the taste is wonderful. Now again, I'm not seeing a massive difference in taste. Our Colorado tap water here is already delicious. The most important thing for me is I'm not tasting any kind of weird filter taste in there or any kind of a charcoaly experience or anything like that. It tastes super clear, crisp, and delicious. So there you go, friends. That is the VonWater under sink water filtration system. Again, it's a super simple setup. and it adds that extra layer of protection to help our water be a little bit cleaner and ready to drink. If you're interested in grabbing one of these for yourself, you can find it right here on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if this has helped, and then stay tuned, subscribe, because we make a ton more of these little review videos for things you can find on places like Amazon that help make your life just a little bit easier. We'll see you again on the next one.